America's Newest Snowflakes by Tommy NFG. Looks like he's gonna be talking about a lot of gripes people has been having with the country lately, going from Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance, which I enjoyed. You got a bunch of Latinas shaking their ass. How can you not enjoy that? If you ask me, if you didn't enjoy that, that's kind of sus, gang. I'll take that any day over a bunch of white niggas talking about some howdy. Fuck out of here. Yeah, that retards that somehow think that what ICE is doing is okay. Like, I've seen a video, Julian Newman, niggas with no ball, like, he was sitting there talking about he agrees with whatever Trump's talking about. Like, what, bro? Like, the country has gone in the shitter. It's been in the shitter for a minute now, but let's just get into it.
The American political climate the last year has been a little crazy, to say the least. I don't know about y'all, but waking up in the morning to check my phone nowadays and scroll my news feed, my mind has to hit a little virtual cigarette and let out a long puff before going through it. I feel like the Disneyland mascot who has to go around looking jolly and happy for people all day. Then as soon as they get off their shift, they go to the nearest bar and down 8 shots before passing out in the alleyway. I guarantee in American politics, if you check every day of the last 365 days, it will be impossible to not find some type of controversy with this administration or someone inside it. Whether it's a statement they made, an action they did, an action they did not do, like releasing the Epstein files until the whole public pressured them to. Kids reading history books in the future are gonna have to go through a lot of chapters during this time period. And me observing it now that it's been a little over a full year since Trump's full-on takeover of the government, I notice now that the people who used to call people snowflakes on the internet and sensitive on the internet, usually to your typical blue hair girl stereotype on Twitter or people trying to cancel someone, have now turned into an exact clone of what they used to make fun of. And honestly, I'm surprised on how fast the tides have turned. I thought the MAGA people were supposed to be the group of people who were the alpha ones, who didn't give a if the truth hurt your feelings.
Bro, honestly, that's the way they used to be moving. Now it's like you tell them the truth. No, that you can't believe. Reference back to the last video. That's AI. No, you gotta. Trump wouldn't do that. Niggas in denial, bro.
They weren't little liberal crybabies who couldn't even take a joke. But skip to 2026 now, and this is what we got.
He barely sings in English, Laura, and it's they call him the king of the Latin trap. The trap is hiring somebody who's partisan and who has very dark images in his video.
We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I don't think we'll be successful.
All of us.
Bro, they're talking about throwing ideology. Bro, oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna wait.
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer.
It wouldn't be so crazy if it wasn't word for word and bar for bar hypocritical. And I really decided to make this video when the whole Bad Bunny halftime show happened. I'm gonna assume like 95% of my audience knows what the Super Bowl is, but I'll still explain it for my non-American viewers. The Super Bowl is the yearly game held by the NFL. That's the final game of the season between two teams. And every year, people make their bets on who's gonna win, meet up with family and friends to watch.
Yo, shout out to Seahawks. Got me a little bit of bread betting on those niggas, betting on them boys, you feel me? Got me a couple dollars in my pocket. What you talking about? Shout out my boy Marshawn Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Got the legacy player, you feel me? But yeah, shout out Seahawks. They did their thug thizzle. Got me some bread in my pockets.
Then we all move on the next Monday to our miserable lives, getting ready to sleep and work for that 9 to 5 we hate. We also have the halftime show every year where a big performer gets picked to perform on probably what is one of the biggest artist stages they'll ever have. This year, I feel like no one even cared about the teams that were playing because all the focus was on the fact that Bad Bunny was.
And it's crazy because they said this was the most watched halftime performance in history. And I'm not even surprised, bro. Them Latin niggas, they be popping off for they people. Real rap. And I ain't gonna lie, just from the clips that I seen, bro, this performance was tough. It was tough. I didn't even watch the game, bro. I had to work that night. So I went to sleep, woke up, found out I made my bread. But yeah, bro, apparently the game was a snooze fest. The only turn part was this nigga set. And from what I seen, that shit was lit, my nigga. The fuck, the hell of Latinas. They had the dark skin Latinas, they had the brown skin Latinas, they had the light, the Jones that looked like they could pass for white. They had the Jones that look a little Asian. Shit, they had Jessica Alba in that John. That's wifey. That's one of my first loves. I don't care.
Time show. To MAGA, this was an atrocity that could never be forgiven by humanity. America had now fallen to the dark side, and they
Bro, and it's funny as shit because they're American. Like Puerto Rico, the sovereignty of Puerto Rico, I think that's what it's called. They're a part of America. And they always talk about America, America, when they don't realize there's a North America, there's a South America, there's a Central America, and also going back to North America, guess who's a part of that? Canada. Canada is also a part of the Americas. So when you're saying make America great again, or whatever the fuck, you're talking about all of that too, buddy. And honestly, I liked Bad Bunny's message a lot during the Super Bowl, showing all the different flags and shit, not just making it only about Puerto Rico, which them dumbass MAGA niggas thought that shit was about to be. But he literally was saying, shout out the US, shout out Canada, shout out Mexico, shout out Bolivia, shout out Colombia, shout out Puerto Rico. Well, how the one song go with the Musketeers? I don't know. I might have a clip of that joint in this shit. Yeah, bro, that shit was dope.
had lost something true to their hearts. I mean, how could a non-American, non-English speaking person even make it there? Oh, you said Puerto Rico has been a part of America since 1898, and the people there have been citizens since 1917? God damn it, I don't care. Ice, get him off stage. The whole shocking thing about this is how much people have lost the ability to even search up something for half a second. Because with a couple of main complaints about it, one of them was, why is a non-American citizen performing at the halftime show? And even searching up are Puerto Ricans American citizens, literally search up Puerto Rico and see who's listed as president. Information has never been more accessible in humanity.
These niggas are just they're slow, bro. They're genuinely slow, gang. And it's funny because for people who so like concerned about the conservative way in making America great again, bro, that's what America was built off of, was a bunch of different cultures and shit coming together. Like that's the whole point of America. It's a melting pot. The US is a fucking melting pot of different cultures, and that's what makes the US so good. In a way. And it's just the niggas like that, them fucking racist and MAGA niggas that sit there and try to hold on to the idea that they're better or that they're about to be driven out because they were taught that they were greater than other people just because of the color of their skin. Honestly. And I'm sticking to that, and I'm standing 10 toes on that because people try to act like slavery wasn't only a couple hundred years ago. Like that's recent. Like there were like your grandparents knew people that were slaves. I just want you to remember that.
And yet these still refuse to search it up. I feel like you could put this in their face and they'd shake their head and refuse to accept it like a baby not wanting to eat vegetables. I wonder if they know that America has multiple territories where people born on them are US citizens too. The other main complaint was that since none of his songs are in English, most people wouldn't be able to understand it watching it. And you know, if you are someone who genuinely wished you could understand the lyrics and were kind of upset because you couldn't, I could at least see some point of it. Not me though, because hey, I was vibing to it.
Real
it's still kind of
bro.
confusing how
that's another thing with that shit. It's just a vibe, bro. Like I ain't understand a goddamn thing that nigga be saying. I got fucking Spanish songs on my playlist that I don't be understanding a goddamn word, but when that shit come on, I get the, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit just vibey, gang.
This was getting so many complaints though, because there has been multiple songs that have charted insanely good in America that were not in English. Despacito charted for 16 weeks in the #1 spot. The Macarena charted for 14 weeks in the #1 spot. Multiple K-pop songs have charted in the #1 spot. And it's because most people know you can still vibe with the song without it being in your language. As humans, rhythm is intertwined with our bodies. It's the same reason why English songs also go #1 in countries where they don't speak English. Like, how do you think Michael Jackson became one of the biggest artists to ever touch humanity? Do you think these people were just listening to translated versions of his songs or the actual version he made? But man, when I saw them announce the Turning Point halftime show, I started dying laughing because no way did they deadass get so mad they had to make another show. If this
bro, and that shit was funny because they were so hype about this shit just for even the president not to watch that shit. Like one of the niggas who was talking the most shit about fucking Bad Bunny performing literally sat there and watched Bad Bunny perform during the Super Bowl.
Type of happened on the other side, they would instantly start calling them snowflakes and woke for doing all this to avoid a halftime show. I refuse to believe anyone that watched this actually thoroughly enjoyed every single artist here.
USA All-American Halftime Show, and this one's for you, Charlie.
Bro, what was that pussy ass firework, gang? So much hate in the world. Bro, I don't even think it's about hate at this point. I think these people might dead ass just be retarded, gang. Cause what, like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
The funniest thing about the whole concert and the country artists they picked is that none of them even cracked top 10 on any chart or country chart. Not a single mainstream country artist wanted to risk their career for this bullshit. Even they knew it was stupid. Another one of their main complaints too, and the reason they said they couldn't even watch the halftime show at all, was because Bad Bunny hates America and always on it. When you actually search up what Bad Bunny doesn't like and why they say he hates America, he specifically said ICE and how they're on the streets terrorizing people moving like thugs. And he said the reason he
Oh yeah, fuck ICE, by the way, if I haven't said it yet.
doesn't want to tour in the US for now is because he doesn't want them to show up to his concerts and intimidate his fans. Imagine being the artist and finding out one of your fans got detained for 12 hours in a jail.
Bro, that shit is so ass, bro. Like, you just want to go, got done working a 12-hour shift, bro. Link up with your niggas, your bitches, whatever the fuck. Go to a concert, you just trying to vibe out to some Bad Bunny. I want to listen to Bad Bunny, I want to go to the Bad Bunny concert. You go to the Bad Bunny concert. Next thing you know, ICE running up in that shit. Then some shit go wrong, shots get let off because these niggas are fucking undertrained and overpaid. Like, this shit's ass.
Though, just to be released after they find out they're actually a citizen. You would feel bad too. Let's be so for real too. You know damn well Trump would send ICE to one of Bad Bunny's concerts 100% for a show of outlandness and force. He's literally just trying to look out for his fans, but for some reason they took this as him not liking ICE equals hating everyone in America and wanting you to die. It's like that Twitter meme of when you say,
The average MAGA supporter.
I like pancakes, and someone replies, so you hate waffles? Like, no! And another reason they said they didn't want to watch it was because his lyrics were too inappropriate. So they had to watch the good old family-friendly, all-America halftime show with family-friendly lyrics and artists. Good thing the main performer, Kid Rock, didn't play a very specific song he's made though. A song with lyrics like, young ladies, I like him underage, see. Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. By the way, this song was in a kid's movie.
I didn't even know this. I did not know this. This is from 2001, and it was in Osmosis Jones. Nah, bruh.
That I actually watched in 5th grade. You just had to ruin my childhood, huh? Yeah, if I had kids, I'd take Bad Bunny over any artist that said that.
Yeah.
If they were also so worried about his lyrics and how crazy they were, then why did they say nothing when he performed in 2020? Like, Bad Bunny was literally an addition in the 2020 halftime show with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
I did not remember that. I did not remember that. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Shout out Bad Bunny. Shout out Bad Bunny.
And not a single one of these souls were crashing out and threatening people back then. Right after the show, Trump made a tweet saying it was one of the worst halftime shows ever, which was, of course, suspected, and all this controversy mainly got inflamed by him talking about it in the first place. But it turns out when the actual halftime show came on, his ass and all of his family and friends were watching it. They didn't even try to fake watching that fake ass one. The other thing that showed me these guys are the new snowflakes now was the Charlie Kirk fallout. It's been almost half a year since the Charlie Kirk assassination. Wow, the time flies by. Charlie Kirk is now a staple in any TikTok comment section. It's impossible to not.
Bro, honestly, I think this is way better because they was coming at niggas who was celebrating his death. This shit has been hilarious, gang. They have memed this nigga into oblivion, gang, and I love it. Fuck this nigga. Honestly, Like, I hope they do this shit for the next good couple of years, bro. They've been creative, no bull, bro. Everything has been this nigga's face. Everything has been this nigga's face, bro. They even, bro, they remade Ash Cash's video. Yes, her video with his face in it. Like, that shit is insane.
See a Kirkified person at least once. I would say really
Like,
in general on social media. It's impossible to not see one Kirkified image a day on any social media platform. If you really look back at how MAGA was moving when it happened, it emulates exactly the peak cancel culture they used to complain about. And this time was different, I feel like, because not only was it just regular citizens upset and reporting people, but our whole ass federal government was encouraging it too. As soon as anyone came out and made a joke about it, they got fired instantaneously with zero wait time. You had companies making statements saying that behavior is inappropriate and the employee had been dealt with. I don't know the way they were dealing with these employees. I can only assume Trump's order was sending them to Guantanamo Bay. The vice president came out to host Charlie Kirk's show, and his main push on the show was to let people know it's okay to call someone's employer if they made a joke about Charlie Kirk and to get them fired, which is ironic because he's the same one to this day who complains about cancel culture and says everyone is too sensitive.
And we have far more important work to do than canceling each other. We have got to build, and President Donald Trump is a builder.
Grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chat. The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to...
I'm not gonna lie. This whole time you've been talking, I'm just imagining them making this shit with his face over it. But what you call him, Charlie Kirk face? Like, he probably like that shit.
Ruin their lives. And by the way, if they were left-wing kids telling stupid left-wing jokes, I would also not want their lives to be...
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility.
So what?
Like I just fucking said, the nigga's a nut. I just contradicted the fuck out of himself.
Which one is it? Are people too sensitive or are people not sensitive enough? All the people that were scrolling on Twitter finding everyone who made a joke then used Tony Stark level tech to find these people's jobs and get them fired, I guarantee are the same people who said people are too sensitive when someone made a joke about George Floyd in 2020 and got fired. They refuse to believe they're acting in the same way. They think they have moral superiority. And I'm actually someone who thinks if you do make a dumb comment about someone, whether it's Charlie Kirk or George Floyd, and it's your public social media account, then you shouldn't be surprised if you get reported and fired. People gotta know when you post something on the internet, you're basically posting it.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know. I think if you're recording yourself making fun of someone's death and post it, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, he's about to say the same thing. If we keep it in the buck, at the end of the day, somebody died, gang. I've said this before. Somebody died. I'm not about to sit here and make fun of the nigga. I may see some of the jokes. I may think it's funny, but I still think it's sad the way that the nigga died. But can I be upset at the way other people are reacting to his death? No, because if you look back at what he's done, is some of that hate deserved? Yes. Will I add on to that hate? No, because morally, that's not what I agree with. At the end of the day, you can't control how people react to shit, bro. And especially with the type of shit that he was putting out during his time here, bro. If that's the fucking imprint he left on niggas, then that's the imprint he left on niggas, bro. Keep it a buck.
To the world, so there.
I told you, I like the Kirkification shit. I ain't gonna lie, I think that shit is funny. I feel like that shit would be funny no matter who the fuck it was. But that shit is actually funny.
There's always a chance. My whole point is that they're completely hypocritical and act oblivious to it. And these were the same guys always saying, we're not like those guys always canceling everyone. Yet as soon as they get a teeny tiny taste of power, they use the whole leverage of the federal government to get thousands of people fired from their jobs. Even Joe Biden and Kamala Harris weren't coming out on behalf of someone to tell the American people to get people fired from their jobs. Imagine this exact scenario, but instead with a liberal influencer and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did it, these dudes will be living on the internet. I fully believe now, up until this administration ends, MAGA's gonna be moving like this for every media that comes out. They even got mad at Superman, saying it was promoting woke ideology, probably trying to stop their base from watching it and help.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about this. So, it was, but you know what the ideology was? Is that war is bad. That's all it was. was war is bad. What I'm gonna say is that if anyone chooses to look at it any deeper than that, then they chose to look at it any deeper than that. Like, it's simply a movie about Superman stopping a war where innocent people die. That's it. He literally just wanted to stop people from dying. And I don't understand how that's like a controversial thing to not want to see innocent people, especially civilians, die. Kids die. Like, what?
And make money. If they did try, though, it completely failed because was a banger. This is all because the director James Gunn said Superman was the story.
Yeah, bro, the Superman movie was just as exactly, bro. Like, they used the premise of a war to show that what's wrong is wrong, my nigga. You can't get no simpler than that, bro.
Story of an immigrant.
Niggas dead ass like making comparison, like, bro, like.
Which is factually true. He's not even from this planet. He had to quite literally adapt to act like a human on this planet. Technically, according to their ideology, they should hate Superman and he shouldn't even be an American symbol. Because he's an illegal immigrant who came from another planet without—
Oh, wait. I didn't even think about that. That nigga definitely is an illegal alien. That nigga is not from America, gang. That nigga is not from America. So why are you so concerned about what Superman is doing, bro? He is not a U.S. citizen. He is not that. I don't know.
I don't think they could come out and say Superman is an American. That'd be a little too far, even for them. So the best they could do was hating on the director and saying he's promoting wokeness.
For that, and I don't know. We don't go to the movie theater.
Pro-immigrant theme, bro. When the fuck was there anything about immigrants? The only immigrant is Superman. What the fuck? Yo, these niggas are delusional, cuz.
To be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I wonder if it'll be successful.
You know what it says on his cape? MS-13.
The whole time, the message of the movie was unity and kindness. I think the way their media ecosystem works and how they want things to go is they know that since Trump and JD Vance are so accessible and could tweet anything at any time, they try their best to ramp up some little controversy that isn't even that deep and hope that Trump or JD Vance give a swing at it and it gives them even more attention. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know how much of snowflakes y'all are in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always,
shout out Tommy, bro. Like, that's why at a certain point you can't do nothing but just laugh at this shit, bro. Like, this shit is so unserious, it's not even funny, bro. They're just contradicting. Like, this doesn't even feel like real conversations at this point. I be thinking we way more advanced with our thinking, but the whole time they, honestly, bro. But yeah, shout out my boy Tommy. Get him going, coughing up the slide.